Hello everyone, Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Cataclysm Classic, our Blood Elf leveling campaign. Thank you for clicking on the video and joining me in Azeroth today. I really do appreciate it, and I hope everybody is doing well. Let's see, we got some stuff to turn in. Let's take the cape. Looks like we'll get some additional armor there, and a different look. Let's run out real fast and turn this one into Ranger Saren because I don't remember her follow-up. But pretty soon here we are going to head out to the Sunsail Anchorage today and take care of things over by there, over by the West Sanctum. Some Murlocs to deal with, some Wretched to deal with. And let's see, Ranger Saren wants us to defend Fairbreeze Village. We've experienced a marked increase in Scourge attacks. Our defenses are barely holding and there's no sign of reinforcements from Silvermoon City. Lend us a hand in defending the village by thinning the numbers of undead. Okay, what level is that one? Level 9. Let's go do the lower level stuff first. Since we are on an escalated leveling track with Joyous Journeys, let's make sure that while we're questing, we're doing our best to tackle things in level order. That way we don't lose anything unnecessarily. Now, I've never quested in Cataclysm with the Joyous Journey, so I don't know what the zone hopping is going to be like. I don't know what the zone completion is going to be like. So far, it seems like we're going to be able to complete this zone without out-leveling anything. And I guess we'll just have to see if the same ends up being true of the Ghostlands. I really love these two zones, and I would like to get a full clear of Eversong Woods and the Ghostlands if we can. Obviously, if half our quests are gray, then it will probably be time to move on. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll play it by ear. I have to remember that in Cataclysm, Demon Armor just stays up. It doesn't have a timer, so I don't have to worry about refreshing it. At some point today, I might send myself a little bit of gold. Just so we can pick up some bags and possibly a wand. And I feel like that's okay. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a health stone here. There we go. Can we make multiple health stones? No, we can't. Okay, good. Good. Lost armaments. We have to find 8 Sindori armaments. And Grimscale Pirates. Retrieve 6 of Captain Calacendra's cargo. Alright, but first we're going to focus on taking out wretched thugs and hooligans around the tower here. We'll look for boxes of armaments. We're going to wait on this one until we pick up the other Murloc quests. There is another Murloc quest back over on this island. In fact, maybe we just head over there and grab that now. Let's do it that way, because I think if we complete the first part of the Murloc quest, it'll chain right into a quest to kill a named Murloc. So maybe the play here is to do this Murloc quest over on this other island before we do any of the Anchorage stuff. Because down south of the Anchorage is where we're going to find the named Murloc. Be nice to have that quest by the time we're over that way. And some of you guys may have noticed the map looks a little bit different. I did go back to using Questie objectives instead of the in-game objectives. I just feel like compared to the way the in-game stuff looks, the Questie stuff looks so much cleaner. For some reason, the in-game stuff looks low res. which is really weird to me. So yeah, I decided just to go with full Questie here for the map icons and for the quest log. It just looks better, you know? Alright, so he wants us to get 8 Grimscale Murloc heads. I'm assuming he's going to cook them and eat them, because I don't know what else he would do with them. And any of these Murlocs, they have a chance to drop an item that begins another quest. Oh yeah, that's right. We have to play with this Soul Burn today. This activates a secondary effect on some of our spells, and when they're activated, I guess they light up. I wonder what that did. Yeah, I didn't really see that it did anything different. Maybe it just does a little bit more, like a little bit more damage and healing. Oh, here we go. It tells us in the tooltip, Soul Burn, cast time is reduced. Okay. So it will tell us in the tooltip if Soul Burn affects it and what it does. Yeah, like right here, Soul Burn makes our summons instant cast. Okay. So it looks like the only thing that's being affected right now is Drain Life and our summons. The Soul Burn mechanic feels more like something I would be focusing on at endgame, and less something that I really need while leveling up, if that makes sense. It's nice to get it early to learn about it though, even if we might not use it a ton. Alright, that's level 11. We have 1 talent point to spend. Now I have to remind myself that we don't get a talent point every single time we level up in Cataclysm. I feel like it's every other level or every odd level or something like that. But we do have 1 to spend now. And I think we're just going to keep going into Bane. Reduce the cast time of Shadow Bolt, Chaos Bolt, and Immolate. So that's like 2 spells that we're using like all the time right now. So that's at least helping us while we level up. A lot of the talent trees in the Cataclysm era are more designed for a level 85 character, which is to say that like not all the talents that you have access to are really useful until you're max level. You know, you'll come across a lot of talents sometimes in some specs that you'll think, you know, while leveling up, this is kind of useless, or this impacts a spell that I don't even have yet. But so far, the Warlock tree is okay for leveling. I like that it buffs 2 spells right away that we actually use. Here we go. Captain Kalisandra's lost rudders. Luckily, they were kept in a waterproofed case. We just have to take these back to her. I'm not sure if that one leads into a follow-up or not. I think we just return them for some XP. Oh, look at that, another chest. Ooh, we got a small black bag. That's a good find in our current situation with no bags. Alright, we need a few more heads. One more head, to be exact. And there we go. Let's go turn this one in. We'll grab his follow-up to kill Murgril, the named Murloc that patrols the other coast. And then we'll head over to the anchorage. Oh. I didn't see him at first. He blended in. Alright, so we'll have a couple of weapon options for this one. Typically we see some crates right around here, so I'm wondering if there has been another player in this area. Because for there not to be any crates anywhere in this vicinity is very strange. Here we go. This is the third chest we found today. It's getting a little bit crazy. Probably try to make more of a habit at standing at max range. Not that it's super necessary right now. Alright, let's head over to the Murloc area while some of the crates respawn. We still need 3 more of them. But we can come over here and go after Calicendra's cargo, and we can spot Murgrel when he's patrolling up and down the coast here. Any of the Murlocs can drop the cargo, and we can also find crates. Captain Calicendra's cargo, a little worse for wear, but it doesn't sound like anything inside is broken. Alright, the Ring of Murgrel. It's slightly tarnished and slimy, as one might expect. And that's the last of the cargo we need. Alright, so we need to grab a few more crates, then I'm going to shoot back over to the other island and turn in this quest. Actually, we might just do that first. Yeah, let's go turn this one in first, and by then the crates should have respawned. Alright, do we want any of this? Yeah, we probably want the cloth gloves.
We will have justice.
Let's equip those. So we are all done with this guy. Swim back across the river, and we should have some armaments up. For the life of me, I can't remember what level we get a mount in Cataclysm. I think it's level 20. For some reason, my mind keeps gravitating back to level 10, but I'm thinking level 10 because that's retail. I think level 20 in Cataclysm we get a mount. And I guess as a Warlock, we'll probably just be training the mount. We won't have to necessarily make the run out to the mount vendor. Should be able to grab our last crate somewhere up in this building if we need to. I'm still kind of surprised that... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised still that we've seen so few of them. For some reason I remember them being a bit more numerous, like back in the area back here behind us. We do have a vendor here, which is nice. Let's sell the old gloves, all of our junk. I'm gonna check auction house prices for light leather. Sometimes on older servers with inflated economies, you can get a little bit of money for low-level mats. Other times, low-level mats sell for nothing, and it's the mid-level mats that sell for a ton. Either way, at some point with skinning, we should be able to make a little bit of money, which would be nice.
Hold your head high. The eternal sun guides us. Remember the sun.
Okay, now we're going after Alderon's head. So this is going to be a named guy at the top of the spire. Don't think she has anything else for us. Alright. We hit level 12, but that didn't get us anything. As far as training Bane of Agony, Bane's the target with Agony, causing 88 shadow damage. This damage is dealt slowly at first. Oh, so this used to be Curse of Agony. Only one Bane per Warlock can be active on any target. Ooh, that's very limiting. Okay. Curse of Weakness stays Curse of Weakness. Curse of Agony becomes Bane of Agony. And then there's a Bane of Doom. Very interesting. I see our fourth chest ahead. The Blood Elf areas, especially like Eversong Woods, Ghostlands, they have some really cool vertical spaces that I just don't think we see enough of in other zones in the rest of the game. It's really cool to like climb these spires and investigate the rooms and fight the enemies in here. And I just really like the inclusion of all the vertical space.
these will fall. Keep your wits about you.
Let's take the cloth bracers. Alright, so I think now we can just use our Hearthstone and get back to town. It's a 15-minute cooldown. We're probably not going to miss it for the next 15 minutes, so let's do that. And then I think we'll go take on the Rotlim Marauders. Somber task is 9. We might want to also... So we'll do the Marauders. We'll head out to the Wayward Apprentice. Okay, yep. That's what we'll do. Let's vendor some stuff. Do we have any cooking to do? No. Do we have any tailoring to do? Yes. Let's go ahead and make all of these. Alright, if we want to do any more, we could buy some coarse thread. If we can find a trade goods vendor, he says.
I have one-of-a-kind items.
Very convenient, very convenient. Let's grab 20 of these bad boys. And yeah, we can make basically anything here. I don't know that it really matters. We definitely don't need shirts. Who needs shirts? This is all the same, so the pants would be an upgrade. Let's make one of the pants. The cloak would not be an upgrade. Let's just make all of the pants that we can.
Your gold is welcome here.
Farewell.
Alright, so we are looking for Rotlim, Marauders, and Dark Wraiths. The Dark Wraiths I think we're only going to find a little bit further to the south. So let's go a little bit further to the south until we can find Dark Wraiths. Up here, those guys are all Anger Shades, which is not what we need. Here we go. There's a Dark Wraith. We can start right here. Alright, we are all done with that one. That's 4 and 4. Now we're going to head up to the Wayward Apprentice.
We will persevere. Remember the Sunwell.
Alright, so now we're looking for 8 tainted soil samples. Alright, she's gonna summon, or rather, enemies are gonna come to her and try to stop her from doing what she's doing. I don't think she summons them. Yeah, we have to protect her from the Scourge while she does whatever ritual she's doing. Pretty sure these guys are fairly weak. Let's kill the name guy first, Garsul the Remorseless. Don't think I've ever looked at his name before. Alright, they're not incredibly weak. Yeah, we can't take them out with just a couple of hits. Alright, that's it for her. What's this stuff over here? This is level 10. Okay, level 10, level 9. I feel like we should wrap up the stuff on the eastern side of the zone first for some reason. And then we do this stuff, and then we can come out here to Farstrider Retreat. We also have the Spire stuff to do. So maybe here. Here. Well, I think this is part of the same quest. Okay, let's go over here first. We got 4 minutes on the Hearthstone, so we're gonna just run back. I'm sure that if you were trying to level optimally, like if you were trying to get like the most levels in the least amount of time, then you probably wouldn't bother doing green quests. You know, once you had a log full of green quest, if you were trying just to do this from a do it as fast as possible perspective, then you'd probably want to head somewhere with yellow quest. So at this point, you'd probably go check out the command board in the major city, and you would try to pick a zone that was looking level appropriate. You can see the zone levels on the map. So like, you know, something 15 to 20 would probably be good if you wanted to do it that way. I'm going to try to complete these initial zones, at least Eversong Woods and the Ghostlands, and then after that I'll probably be more open to jumping around once the quests get too low of a level. Oh, achievements, that's right, achievements. 50 quests complete. Do we need to vendor? Yeah, we can go ahead and vendor.
What do you see?
And I think we can cook the eggs. We could even eat some buff food. If we come across stuff that we can use for cooking and the mob is going to give some XP, then I don't mind taking them out. I don't really want to spend a lot of time fighting gray mobs, obviously. And maybe we'll have to do some professions / dungeon streams with this character later on to work on their professions. So I feel like some of the things we're going to be able to keep going, like tailoring is going to be pretty easy to keep going, because if we really need to, we can just spend some money. I can buy some cloth on the auction house, you know, and we can keep that going if it falls behind. Things like cooking are going to be a little bit harder. I really want to do fishing. I really want to have a fisher that has like maxed out fishing, that can do all the cool, fun fishing stuff in the game. I want to be able to take part of that at some point. So I do want to level fishing on this character, but it might not be something we do in the recorded series. Ooh, we got a little bit of all of a sudden the GPU is maxed out in this area. I wonder what kind of weird like fog or volumetric effects are going on here. Alright, let's grab our quests.
Our enemies will fall.
So we are going after 10 withered greenkeepers. And then I think one of them is going to maybe drop an item that starts a quest. Perhaps, or perhaps we have to go over this way and find a specific named treant. Sometimes the ground clutter just gets to be too much for me. I'm gonna pop this down to like a 7. And I feel like that's just gonna look a little better. Whatever weird graphical thing is going on in this area, it went from like my GPU was using like 20% of its power, now it's using 98%. I have a little overlay from NVIDIA that tells me. So that's a little weird. There's some areas like that. Sometimes Silverpine is like that in Classic era, where like all of a sudden performance just dips. I wonder if there's anything I can do to just like get it to normalize. Maybe we turn off ray tracing for a bit. Ray trace shadows, disable. Yeah, now GPU is down to 40% usage. Okay, so something to do with the shadows here. That's probably the same thing that's going on with me in Silverpine and Classic era. I should just turn ray trace shadows off. I never feel like ray trace shadows adds a lot to this game. You know, do you guys feel like ray trace shadows adds a lot of like nice visual fidelity? Because I just don't feel like it does. I'll probably turn it back on eventually when we're not around this area, but I just don't feel like it adds a lot. I think just like having the shadows, like the normal shadows on high is fine. Let me make sure that yeah, normal shadow quality is, let's turn that on ultra high. And I feel like that's fine for now. Oh, here's Old Witherbark. Yeah, I think we need him for the pendant. Or Old Whitebark. I think I've been calling him Old Witherbark for the last 20 years. And his name is Old Whitebark. Good to know. We found a green axe. And we got the pendant. Surprisingly, I guess because it doesn't have any flavor text, dialogue UI didn't pop it up here on the side. The pendant has the initials LR etched into it. Perhaps these letters will lead to the pendant's maker. Sometimes I'm astonished by how much range we have. 40 yards, man, 40 yards is quite a range. It seems so far. When I line up at max range, it's like surreal how far we can cast from.
Another shall up. We will have justice.
Oh, she's LR, which I also never put two and two together. She wants you to place Old Whitebark's pendant by the runestone. Okay, let's go do that really fast. How do we place the pendant? Okay, maybe we just click it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that summons him, and unfortunately, we have to kill him, I think. We have to kill him again. It adds insult to injury when you have to literally kill somebody's spirit. But that's how we're going to put him to rest. Yeah, there we go. He gave up. Leave the pendant here with me. Maybe one day, long after the elves are gone, a new tree will grow on this very spot amongst a burnt forest and the husk of dead treants. Alright, we have reached level 15. And I think now let's head out further to the east. We have to talk to Rune Warden Darien. We'll probably also touch base with the Fallen Courier quest, just to maybe get the initial one turned in. Like, technically, we're at a level where we could skip the rest of the zone. We could go right into Ghostlands. If we do everything else in the zone, I'm kind of worried almost that we're gonna lose some stuff in Ghostlands. Like, some of the stuff's gonna actually be gray by the time we get around to doing it. I know the first village, it's like level 10. They have you go fight the Nerubians, and there's the name Nerubian. I think that's like a level 10 quest. Alright, let's go out here and we'll do the rune quest. But I think I'm gonna go into... Ghostlands. I'd love to be able to do all of it. I mean, we're leveling really quickly. And I'd rather leave some stuff behind here in Eversong Woods than lose a bunch of stuff in the Ghostlands. So I think we might do it that way. And I hope you guys don't mind. We'll have, we'll have TBC coming out, you know, eventually, and TBC will be where we really have to dig in, and we'll be doing every single quest in these zones. So, there is that. What's the negative side effect of going into Ghostlands? I guess the... Ooh, this is our 5th chest today. I guess the worst thing that could happen is our skinning falls behind. That's the worst thing that could happen, but I think as long as we're able to skin the stuff in Ghostlands, which we'll find out right away, then we should be good. Because that's really the only thing that I'm worried about. Alright, I guess that was only 2 waves. We do have an unspent talent point. We will put our last point into Bane. And then... Shadow Bolt and Incinerate. We don't even have... See, that's what I mean about how sometimes in the Cataclysm, the talent buffs things that you don't have yet. So it makes it hard to really think, ooh, this is a good leveling choice. Because, yeah, like Shadow Bolt we're using, but we don't have Incinerate yet. And, like, and mobs don't really live long enough for us to take advantage of the Shadow Flame effect. That just causes them to be vulnerable to spell damage. That's a really good, like, dungeon and raid utility that the Warlock brings. But obviously, when we're questing and the fights are really quick, it's not really as useful. Improved Immolate will just increase the damage done by Immolate. Like, we're gonna want this eventually. But maybe we grab Immolate to get down into the next tier. For the time being.
Justice. Shorel Aran.
And we're definitely able to skin things here just fine. And we have another player here. It's the first player that we've seen today. He's killed a bunch of things that I am going to go ahead and take the liberty of skinning. Kind of hoping that skinning it will make it respawn faster. Alright, on to Tranquiline we go. I think this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I think we're just gonna move on into Ghostlands, because that's gonna keep our professions going, it's gonna keep the experience coming in, and this way, maybe we'll be able to do most of the stuff here without it going gray, because we really want to get to the end of the main quest line. At least to get the blue weapon from killing Darkhan. So yeah, we'll see how things go, but I think this is the right move. Again, we'll get to have our long, beefy, slightly more difficult Blood Elf full playthrough when TBC comes out. Which is going to be sometime next autumn, so we got a while. And that one's probably going to be a Blood Elf Paladin. So I gotta have me a Blood Elf Paladin in Classic. Okay, we got some bracers with intellect on them.
We will have justice.
Let's pop those on. We got ourselves another 6-slot bag. That fills up all of our bag slots at least, so that's awesome. Let's go run around and we will pick up all of the quests. Can grab the flight point also.
We will persevere.
And I should remember to set my Hearthstone here. See, we can already pick up like the level 17 stuff. I'm gonna untrack the higher level stuff for now. I have it set so that when I untrack stuff, it doesn't show the objectives in Questie. Like on the minimap and stuff. Keeps the map a little bit cleaner if we don't want to see stuff that we don't plan on working on right now. Oh, we have trainers here. Oh, this is nice. So I don't think we had trainers back at Fairbreeze. So we can pick up Bane of Agony. This is Shadow Dam. I'm not sure how much of this we'll be using because we're doing a destruction build, but obviously we'll grab it. We get Fear this level, we get Health Funnel, Soul Harvest. You seek out nearby wandering souls. We're generating 45% health and 3 soul shards over 9 seconds. Cannot be cast when in combat, 30-second cooldown. They did some interesting stuff with the Warlock in Cataclysm era. Some very interesting stuff. I'm just gonna pop this up here for the time being. We got our Bane of Agony. We'll put here. And yeah, I think that's good. Fear can come out. I'll do that. All right, Innkeeper.
Choose wisely.
Let's see if we can vendor some junk. We'll keep the meat because we're going to be cooking the meat. Keep the eggs.
It's about you.
Set our Hearthstone.
I have one-of-a-kind items. We will have justice.
And can we cook here? Yes. I'll pick this up and we'll just untrack it. Cooking trainer and supplies, okay. Train crab cakes. What kind of supplies you got? Oh, you got crunchy spider surprise and bat bites. Yeah, we definitely want all of that. Coming here is good too because I won't feel so bad farming up some of the meat we need off spiders and stuff. Because they'll be at our level and we'll actually be getting some kill XP for them. Whereas, you know, everything in Eversong Woods was starting to get gray. We got trade supplies up here that might be worth checking out. Don't think we'll find any more recipes, but let's make sure.
Everything has a price.
Okay, no more recipes.
Sunwell.
The eternal sun guides us. Keep your wits about you.
Going about your business.
Alright, that's everything. First order of business is going to be to head out to Suncrown Village and take out some of the Nerubian guards. There's also a named spider, but not sure if maybe the named spider is some kind of follow-up? Or, you know, maybe we just find her, kill her, and take an item. Maybe that's how it works. It's been a while since I've done this one. Oh, there we go. He had the quest for the named spider. Here we go, here's the named spider. Should be able to take her out, shouldn't be too much of a problem. We might want to put all of our damage over times up. And we'll probably be leaning into some Shadow Bolt here. Just for some big damage. There we go. Now if only we can survive this. Let's pop our health stone, that's gonna be good. Do a little drain life here to keep us going. And we're fine. We found a heavy mace of stamina, one-hand mace. Alright, I think we might as well just use our Hearthstone here. Again, it takes some getting used to the 15-minute cooldown, knowing that we can use it a lot more often.
Everything has a price. Hold your head high. Time is of the essence.
The dark times will pass. Remember the sun. We will have justice.
We're gonna take the pants with one spirit. And that gets us level 15, gets our pet level 16. Sometimes those messages get a little bit confusing. We do have a talent point. You know, like, increases the damage done by your Shadow Bolt is pretty good. Increases damage done by your Immolate spell is pretty good. Like, these are both pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, I don't really know what... Do I want anything in the second rank? Rain of Fire has a 6% chance to stun, and Conflagrate has a 100% chance to daze. Don't really care about that. Seems like more of a PvP thing. Reduces cast time of Soulfire. I'm not using anything called Soulfire. Like, I don't even know what Soulfire is. So, like, it's hard to think about taking that. Also, like, Incinerate. I don't have Incinerate yet. See how this is like two points, like, right away. Like, I don't have the spells for them yet. Critical Strike of Searing Pain. This makes Searing Pain into, like, an execute style thing. That might be cool. But we might be able to go into all of this. So I'm going to start with Shadow Bolt. Just buffing our Shadow Bolt. Oh, we got a lot more quests opened up here. Let's do a circuit and pick everything up. I think one of these might send us back to Silvermoon.
Victory lies ahead.
Let's see. Recover 8 crystallized mana essence.
Victory lies ahead.
Help Ranger Valana. That's a breadcrumb to another questing hub.
Yes.
Investigate Andoroth. Okay. Kill 12 Sentinel Spies. Yeah, good. Sometimes I lose this one. This is one of the quests that sometimes I come here, we're too late, and I don't see this quest because it's grayed out, and then we miss it. Troubled Underlight Mine. Down the Dead Scar, 10 Risen Hungers, 10 Gangled Cannibals.
What do you see?
Culinary Crunch is Spider Legs. And then I think the lady up top here has another quest. Spinal Dust and Rotting Hearts. Alright, guys, we have a ton of stuff to work on here. I think for now I'm going to take a break right here at the inn, soak up some rested XP, and next time we will tackle as much of the Ghostlands as we conceivably can. We're also at a level where we could do dungeons. I think until we at least get out of the Ghostlands, I might focus on questing. That being said, I would be open to doing like a dungeon. Maybe we do a dungeon every other episode we work a dungeon in. Like either before questing, after questing, during questing. The dungeons are probably going to be relatively short, so we should still be able to do a chunk of questing and a dungeon in any episode that we choose to do a dungeon. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.